Hello, and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. And I hope for whoever checked out yesterday's first ever video ep, enjoyed it. There were some kinks, but I think overall it was a very solid first outing, and one that I don't want to totally switch over right away to just pure video, but maybe once a week. It definitely is a bigger hassle uploading and editing in the audio and stuff, but it is something that I do gradually want to move towards. And so I think for a first attempt, very solid. But today, back to pure audio for the moment. I hope you're doing well. Want to get back to stuff I usually talk about. I have two half-assed business ideas. And most podcasts, they'd give you one of these ideas and save the rest for content for another day. But not me. I give you everything I'm thinking all at once. And then I worry about tomorrow. Anyway, I was thinking about two things. First business idea. Why isn't there a bar called the Pickle Bar that's half pickleball court and half bar that only serves pickleback shots? And if they hold tournaments and stuff, and if you win a tournament, you get dumped with the pickle brine out of those barrels, like Gatorade at the Super Bowl. That feels like a very natural capitalizing on the current movement, and a nice punny title, because ball sounds like bar. So that's one idea. Sure, it probably wouldn't last long in the grand scheme of businesses, but just how much could it cost? You only have to serve one drink. It's very easy to set up a pickleball court. Just put up a net. You get in, you get your money, and get out. Second idea. Why do we not do more with parking lots? Parking lots are such unused potential. There's that song that says pave paradise and put up a parking lot. I say, make the parking lot the paradise. Even Disney. The best they do is name the parking lots after the characters. But why isn't there more fun stuff in the parking lots? Simple stuff even, like a slot machine on the way out, where maybe you win free parking. And maybe this only happens 1 in 500 times, but even the vague promise or the vague potential of being a winner in that regard after spending hundreds of dollars at Disney will get cars through the gate. I'm certain of it. Something else, how about musical chairs, but with parking? You play music and a bunch of cars drive dangerously in a loop until the music stops, and then the one left without a parking spot has to leave the entire state. How about, I need stakes. The first lot to do this would totally trend on social media. Get people there paying to park and just take pictures. How has it not happened once? When you think of an idea, the odds are that it's happened one time. How has fun parking lot with games never really been a thing? And I know, I've checked them all. So let's make those two businesses happen, please. And let's get to the comics. Alright, let's make Friday weird. Let's check out Zippy the Pinhead. This strip is titled Ignoramus. We see Zippy kind of floating through space. The headline says, Zippy can ignore anything he puts his mind to. Last night, he ignored a pepperoni pizza, 3 corn dogs, and a scary dream about Marjorie Taylor Greene. He even ignored the fact that he fell into a plate of mac and cheese at breakfast. Then he's on a bench with Ronald McDonald. The Supreme Test? Ignoring Ronald McDonald at a highway rest stop somewhere near Duluth, Minnesota. Man, this is some weird stuff. This is the most it's felt like being weird for weird's sake in all the Zippies I've read. I don't know what that means. Last night he ignored a pepperoni pizza. What does that mean? How do you ignore a he just had one? He ordered one and didn't eat it? Or he ignored the fact that he ate it? I don't understand. Did he eat the pizza? Why is he having mac and cheese for breakfast? And this is, take a look at this. This is the grossest plate of mac and cheese. That also looks like it's leaking water. I'm guessing that's actually a spill from the glass of water next to him, but it looks like it's coming from the plate of mac and cheese. I don't think that's mac and cheese. All right, let's get back to Mary Worth. There's no possible way that we're still at the same spot with Mary Worth comforting the character named Wilbur about the death of his goldfish and the end of his relationship. Because it's been several weeks now, and we haven't checked in a few days. I would be amazed if we're still looking at that. Let's take a look. Oh my God. Wilbur is in his freezer where he left his dead goldfish, and he's picking up the casket. This is a grim image, folks. The headline says, "The next morning, Wilbur prepares for Stellan's burial at sea." Wilbur says, "Out of the freezer, into the sea." I guess that's better than out of the frying pan into the fire, isn't it, Stellan? Okay, I don't know if this is supposed to be normal, but I don't think so. I think we're supposed to be looking at a very lonely, sad man. Because, first of all, he is clean shaven, so he did shave. He's looking a little more sharp, but he is wearing a dark suit. He's really going full in with the funeral for his goldfish, which, listen, even the greatest bond between man and goldfish that has ever been, I can't imagine what y'all had in common that should rise above the realm of just casual acquaintances. This is a little alarming just in its scale. Interestingly though, just to go along with the pattern of This Is a Lonely Man, we see a lot of frozen meals called Hungry Guy. But I guess, at least he's moving on. We're starting an action, but it's a really sad action. There's just something about, why wouldn't you cover him? Why wouldn't you give the fish casket a little cover if it's sitting there amongst all the food? Just put a little lid on it. Couldn't hurt. All right, let's get to Rex Morgan. Mr. Dawson has arrived to break up the fight, or the almost fight, between the bully and Parker. We see Mr. Dawson. He says, "What's this about?" "All of you should be in class." The bully says, "Oh, it's nothing. Me and my little pal here was just joking around and lost track of time. Ain't that right, little buddy?" Parker says, "Sure, yeah, whatever." "Parker, you have this opportunity." Just tell Mr. Dawson. This bully is wasting so much of your life and time. Just tell him he's a bully. He's a new kid. God, and why does the author not illustrate the background? The first panel, even reuse the first panel's background. The first panel, they have kids scattered throughout the background. We don't see any lockers or any details, but at least we get some vague sense of where we are in time and space. The second panel, pure white. And maybe you could try and make some claim it's metaphorical. I don't know about that. And I don't think Mr. Dawson's a dummy like this. He left his own class. He knew Mr. Dawson clearly knows Parker. So I don't think he's going to be fooled by a clear bully who's almost got Parker in a chokehold in the first panel. I don't think Mr. Dawson, he's been doing this a long time, Dawes. He's seen every kid go through that door. He knows it all. If he's fooled by this, it's only because he doesn't want to deal with it. It's not because he's dumb. But I do hope Mr. Dawson tomorrow is gonna say, like, dude, I know you're a bully. You think I'm an idiot? I'm Mr. Dawson. Just admit it. I can give you detention and we can all just move on with our lives. And maybe we can get back to the Rex Morgan family where this comic belongs. And then the bully gets confused about being in a comic. The fourth wall break causes him to have a panic attack and he leaves the school. All right, let me think of what to comment. All right, I'm gonna have a comment from the point of view of Mr. Dawson. And he's gonna say, well, now that we're out here, can one of you at least throw a punch? I left my class unattended for this, so I'm probably getting fired anyway. Fight, fight, fight. Because it's true, I don't think you can go like mid-lesson and just walk out and go and try and find some kids, can you? Does that ever happen? Why didn't he send Corey, who he knows is a responsible kid who's friends with Parker? I wish we could have seen the scene where Mr. Dawson's like, all right, kids, I'll leave and go find them. I don't know why. All right, send. Oh, beautiful. Time to wind down. This Friday, June 14th. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the start of your weekend. And remember, every day is funny.